Good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Okay, let's see here. I'm getting an error right off the chute, so okay, so successfully connected. Yay! Welcome, guys. Welcome, Pisces. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing today? Woohoo! I got my cards upside down. I threw them all over the place. So bear with me a second here. I want to make sure that they're all starting up right, just in case. My name is Patti. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot. For we're looking at the what are we on? The 6th through the 12th. Wow, time is just going by so fast, and I actually am trying to downsize all the things that I'm doing. So bear with me here. I got to turn up my light because I look dark. Hopefully I don't come across dark for you guys. So we're going to get started here. It is September, and the 6th, we have a new moon. You guys, there's a new moon, so you're probably feeling some energies. If you're watching this, I'm recording this on the 2nd of September. So if you're starting to feel some energies that are sort of like, give you fog brain, that kind of a thing, around the 3rd and 4th, that's probably the new moon. Some of the energies there, a little conflicting. But I am going to do a new moon reading. I probably will post that thumbnail later today. Gosh, knock these things right out of my hand. Okay. And I can't talk today. But I will post it. So if you're not subscribed and you're brand new to my channel, welcome for one. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy it. But on what I'll be doing is posting a thumbnail when that new moon reading is going to be on. So if you're not subscribed, hit the bell, and you'll know when I'm on. So when I do a new moon or a full moon reading, I do astrology. I go into the astrology of what's really going on with the planets first, because I mix astrology into my readings. And then I go into a reading. All right. So don't forget to subscribe. And also, too, if you really like my channel, and even just for a few minutes you're watching it, I sort of like this kind of thing, please hit the like or share it. I would appreciate that, because YouTube really likes those kind of things. I'm trying to make room here. So we're going to get started. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for supporting my channel by viewing it, sharing it, liking it. I appreciate that so much. That's all I ask, is for you to like it if you're returning each video that you watch. And then so I'm going to be doing them a little bit different here. You'll see me switching it up a little bit this month. So if you like a new way that I'm doing the reading, please put it in the comments, because it is going to be important for me to know if I should keep doing it that way or change it up again. So I might be doing a Celtic cross. I'm going to be doing a little bit of the current, past, and present, different things there. So just let me know what you like. All right. So here we go, you guys. It is the 6th through the 12th. We are doing for Pisces here. I've already got one card out. I am going to do today a current, past, present, future, because those of you that are getting stuck, and because I have a lot of low vibrational energy readings, and so that tells me that people are getting stuck in something of the past. So I want to add that current, past in there just for the moment, because people are getting stuck. And that has to do with a lot of the past. Okay. The other thing too is the current energies and the future energies. So the future energies, of course, I look at, but I also look at the astrology part of that, numerology as well. So let's get started. All right. So I am still pulling a divine card, because that is the reason why this channel is here, Divine Warrior Intuitive. It is divine guided and divine inspired. So this is a message. If you're going through a challenge, a struggle, this is your message. This is what he is asking me to share with you. So this is the willing release. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's the number 4 is to get balance, to grow balance back in your life. The willing release has they're asking me to look at the star, which is your center, your heart chakra, possibly. And it is also looking at the butterfly is transforming. Okay. So what that means to me is that there is a lot of transformation going on. We are prior to the new moon on the 6th in the waning. Okay, waning moon is all about releasing. Again, willing release, releasing, because we have to make room for the new. When we make room for the new, we have more abundance coming in, which is after the new moon. That's called the waxing moon. So we have more abundance coming in during that time. But I would like to read because I haven't had this one come up in this deck yet. Again, this is a newer deck for me. I've been researching it a little bit more and more as we go, but I have a busy schedule just like you guys out there. So let's see what's going on with this artist and this author for this card. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find the answer and focus. Yeah, oh boy, this is the Four of Cups card. Uh, sorry. If that shows up, we'll be surprised, right? So some days you have to let go of your struggle to find the answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that it is a co-creative partnership with divine. A give and take is necessary. You do your part in settling the intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. We talk about this all the time on my channel if you're a first timer. This is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on his faith, you will find that your intensive desire for something translate into feeling and attachment and enlightenment. Right now, can you immerse yourself in the experience? Allow divine to I can't even speak right now. Um, Let me read this over. Right now, can you immerse yourself in the experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on behalf without interference? That's a tough one, guys. Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought it would be? Not so tall, not so handsome. Okay. Sorry. Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. This is really huge, guys, because we really have to look and release. We have to release it to the divine. If you do this, you'll be amazed at the powers. I can tell you from time and time and time and time and time and time. I can't even count on both hands and feet how many times I've surrendered and let divine go, and it was 10 times better than what I ever could do in my own power. Okay, so we're gonna look at this. I'm gonna peek at this here. I haven't seen this card for a long time. So that's the number 4. We're trying to create balance. The way we create balance is we have to release in order to let the new come in, right? Let me just peek real quick at this. This next card, your past presence. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I just had to remind myself. I haven't used this deck for a while, and so sometimes I forget what the cards are. Because when we release, this is going to make real sense because your past, your current past. Now, when I'm going to do current past, it's like in the last month to 3 months max. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. And we know that through COVID and all that kind of stuff, we've had a lot of challenges, right? But the Dragon's Lair is about challenges in the past that you have had that may have completed or getting ready to complete, that you have to be really mindful and careful about because where you're putting your energies. Okay, so this might be a challenge that you're hanging on to that needs to be released. And so those energies carry into the future. So we have to really look at what our auras and our chakras are doing. And we really have to pay attention where our auras are being expanded or they're not. Okay, so there's some challenges that somebody's feeling really restricted from the past, and maybe a little fearful. I'd say a lot fearful. But the challenge is you heed a warning because you're just unsure of unsettling waters. So I see a storm, and so it's like the storm's big, so you're not really comfortable going into it. Or I see somebody getting outside of a box or going outside of their box. It's not comfortable. It's been a real challenge. Okay, but just know that your current energy, and that's the number 10, which means that something is completing or has completed. Now it's time to open a door for something new. And there is definitely the number 2, the gentle gardener, which is something coming to and bringing together. This is a current energy. So I'm going to say your past energy, whatever the struggle or challenge was, that is probably finished. Okay. You might not think it is, or a person. This relationship is done. And you might not think it is because you keep carrying it with you. But the number 2 in numerology is to bring something together, or to bring balance, or to separate and maybe make things less balanced. However, divine doesn't work that way. Divine works in bringing things together for good. Whether we went through a challenge and it sucked like no tomorrow, and we're just not sure what's going on, we have to, again, trust and release that we don't know what's going on, but he does, because he's working in the dark. Okay. But the gentle gardener means this coming week is going to be a little bit more easier, and things are going to come together a little bit more, in hopes for all the good. Okay. And your future energy is commitment. This is to you. This is the number 9. You've got some really huge numerology energies here. This means that something is either coming to an understanding, or it's intensifying, because the number 9 has to do with intensifying, but it also has to do with being up in the front. So, because it's almost done, or something is almost done. So you may have had a couple of challenges, but the word commitment here is the key word. So when we have commitment, that could be to ourselves. So if you commit to doing something, you need to finish it. You don't say, yeah, it's not what I want to do, so I'm not. No, you need to finish it. That's your commitment to yourself. That's honoring your word, yourself, your integrity. We teach this to our kids, so why don't we do it, right? Okay, so let's see what else Divine has going for you in your reading. All right. I'm trying to feel the energies here. There is really something going on. Somebody's really uncomfortable about something, and I'm wondering if it's about the releasing, to let go. I have a feeling somebody is really fighting this release. See this butterfly in the center of that? If you look at all the flowers, you know what, like, those are dandelions, right? Or supposedly it could be a dandelion. But what stage are those dandelions in? The end stage. What is the butterfly stage in? It's an end stage. So when we release something, it's at its ending stage. Okay? And the number 10 for the numerology just confirms that for that stage of being. You know? And that's okay, because there's a lot of stars around that. That means newness is coming in. Yep. I loved to used to blow those things when I was little, right? We all do that, and you blow, or somebody's like, just suck it in. And then all of a sudden you're like, and all you got, all this. Oh, I don't know. People were mean to me when I was a kid. So I was like, let's just tease her. Let's have her do that. I was like, oh my gosh. Didn't realize that I would have a mouth full of fuzz. All righty here. Let me look at this spread here. I am going to still do the 7-card spread this week for all the signs. I like doing this because it shows me some of your challenges. It shows me what you need to try to avoid. It shows me what's coming into the picture. So we have the number 2 twice so far. And I look at the first card versus the last card of what's going on. So it looks like there is maybe a possible ending of a relationship that could be happening. Again, yeah, I think this is what's going on. For somebody, it's a relationship. This could be something of the heart as well that's coming to an end. Something that you really had a passion about, something you really cared about, because not everybody is in a relationship, right? There could have been, if it was a relationship, there could have been things that you were noticing, like red flags that were not good, even though you didn't want to honor that and say it right out. But there was something off and something not quite right. And the divine actually may have ended this for you. You may not have ended it because of keeping you safe. Okay, so allow that release to happen. Allow the release to happen, because again, your current energy is to take care of your garden, take care of yourself, take care of what's happening around you. And again, this is the number 2. Your first card out is the number 2. And what is amazing next to this number 2 is also the Lover's card. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that there's going to be a lovers relationship coming up. It could, but it does mean that something is going to develop, possibly of two people that have two like minds together, a partnering type of thought process together, could have similar likes, could have similar hobbies, could be working in the same company. It just doesn't matter. But the thing is, when we look at the Lover's card, there's so many layers of love that we don't know. The only thing that we do know is that divine is working something for together, for good. Something to help you out. This might be a person that is a good listener to you. This might be a person that, a good shoulder to lean on, that kind of a thing. It also has the King of Cups next, about the heart, matters of the heart, things that you desire of the heart, things that you want of the heart. And then we have the Judgment card in the center of your reading, which is very interesting, because if this was a hurt in your past that just happened recently, definitely there is going to be, I don't want to say legal. I don't want to say this is a divorce or legal stuff, but when you have the Judgment card, this is just sort of a matter of a spiritual battle going on. So in between, okay, because you see spirit above, but then you see earth below. So it's sort of a matter of that two people were just not on the same page. Two people were not just connecting. But again, I still feel like the divine, for somebody out there, this may not resonate with everybody, but somebody out there was being protected by the divine, pulling that person away. Okay, because the red flags were there, and divine's like, no, this can't happen. I got plans for this person, so this cannot happen. Whoosh, bye-bye, kind of a thing. What's interesting, though, is that your future movement towards this reading is that we have the Queen of Swords, the Temperance, and the Three of Cups. So when we see the Queen of Swords, again, this is about intellect. This is about anything in the swords. It's about truth. It's about really thinking through things, having the knowledge and the absolute truth to be honoring that. Notice she's also holding somebody's hand. Now, that could be a mentor, that could be a partner, again, because we have two coming together. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups and the Six. Okay, and Six is about harmony and improvement, about bringing things together as well, and balance, making things better. That's what divine is. He's all about good, taking the ugly and the bad and creating good. But you have Temperance. She's just standing there. She's being patient. She's trying to figure things out. For the moment, she's just standing, being calm and saying, you know what, here we go. I've just got to sit and wait, and things are going to turn out just fine. Turn around, because your challenge card is the Three of Cups. Why is this your challenge card? Because you say, Patti, that's supposed to be celebration. That's supposed to be a lot of fun. And that's what I want. Well, you've got to release the low vibrational energies. You've got to release the pain, the sorrow, the anger, the frustration, the bitterness, the pissed off, whatever it is that you're going through. You've got to release it, because your current energies are about being gentle. It's about making a future commitment for you to yourself before you can make a commitment to somebody else. Okay. I have a feeling somebody broke up and it'll probably come back together, but this is going to have to be your choice. This is where you're going to have to really be strong. This will come if you take care of release, take care of yourself, your mindfulness, because you've got the Queen of Swords here. Paying attention to that, because there's a spiritual battle here. And the reason why that there's a spiritual battle is because we are so strong in our head of things that we want, and divine is more focused in on what we need. Okay, but I want him. Why? He's toxic. Why do you want her? She's toxic. She's needy. All she wants to do is use your money or whatever it is in your life. Yeah, use your intuition. Queen of Cups. Definitely using your intuition, paying attention to that. Got the Queen. You got cups all over the place here. We have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the good old Devil. Okay, you've got, and then the Knight. There's going to be some temptation, some distraction, some decoy coming up to you because we've got the Knight of Cups facing the Devil. And it's going to take every bit of your intuition, because if you look at these three cards that drop, bang, 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 she's sort of facing the Knight, but she's like, man, I don't know if they're going to pay attention or not. So really listening to your intuition on this. And if there has been red flags, you need to put those, again, number 9 and number 10s are popping up all over here. So you really need to put those in the forefront. And then acknowledge it, because your challenge card here is the number 3. You have to acknowledge those things happening. All right. All right. Somebody is just definitely not patient. This is going to be a really hard challenge for you. Definitely. We have the 8 of Swords. Yeah. Somebody does not want to let go of their past. Thank you. So they're saying they're not wanting to let go of a past relationship as well. They're not wanting to let go of this past relationship. They're hanging on to it. They're comparing their new people with that. And here's the thing: is your 9 of Cups is ready to give you rewards and blessings, but you got to be asking divine more for room. Not room, but help. They're wanting me to share this. The most time, if you're looking for a relationship, the most time that you're going to find one, and it's going to be a divine intervention, is when you are content with life and you really don't care if you want a relationship or not. That's when divine says, okay, now they're ready, and I'm going to bring so and so to them. Do you know that? Have you ever witnessed that before? I would love to know. Put it in the comments. If you've ever witnessed where you're very content and all of a sudden somebody pops up, and then it was a good thing because it was divine intervention. I'm wondering if that might be you, because we have the 9 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. There is definitely let go. Pisces. Which Pisces does not want to let go? What you had is gone, and even if it did come back, that will be different. And if, for example, somebody leaves and wants to come back in a week, they're not ready. If they leave and come back months later down the road or years down the road, maybe they're ready, because you have to do your own homework. And you have to do your homework, again, because this is your future card. You have to be committed to yourself and to be strong enough to say, these are my standards, these are my boundaries, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to go for, and I'm not going to settle for less. Because that is high integrity, high morals, high values. You don't want to settle for less, because then what happens is you bring yourself for here, that person's down here, and you begin to lower yourself. And then they're just staying there. They're not going to grow. Even if the person comes back, they're going to stay there. You're going to begin to lower your integrity, morals, and standards, when it should be they should be coming to yours. Because the highest of high, the absolute truth, absolute honesty is what breaks this bond. Breaks the lies, breaks the cheating, breaks the confusion, breaks the wondering, breaks, are they going to come back? Are they going to cheat on me again? Are they going to leave again? And see the insecurities that it's already built in you by them just leaving, when it's their issue, not your issue. Spiritual battle. In your head, maybe. In somebody else's head, maybe. All right. Oh my gosh, where does time fly? Let me grab a different deck and see if Divine has anything else to come forward with. Okay. Before we go to, well, I'm not even going to do, I'm going to do a couple clarifications because we already in a love relationship here. So I'll go back to that. Let me go back to that because there might be somebody in a relationship that does need some clarification of what's going on with them. Divine, is there anything else or anyone on the other side that wants to share any information with Pisces at this time for anybody who may be watching? Anybody who is maybe coming in to give them their message and their word, besides having them release, being careful and mindful of the red flags, and also being committed to themselves and whoever it is coming into their energy aura space. Okay, I guess not. All right. That's the number one thing. That's the one I am feeling, though, actually. So let me see what was going on with the lovers cards here. The lovers. I call them lover cards, but you know what? Love is, it's got 8 different levels. There's 5 different language of love. You know, it's amazing. Love has so many. Have you ever told somebody I love you and they just get all flipped out? I did that with a guy once because I really enjoyed his company and, you know, I loved him as a friend and, you know, and it just completely flipped him out. It's like, oh my God, I gotta go. And I mean, he didn't talk to me for a while. I said, just because I said I love you, did love you comes in many, many different forms. But you say that to somebody and they're just like all freaked out because they only think of one love. And that's, I love you, you know, the big one. They're all big. Love is universal. There isn't one country, one continent in this world that doesn't know what love is. All right, so, oh, I love this. I love this card. I love it, love it. The full moon in Virgo. So we have the Phoenix, resurrection, surrender to change. And that is the number 11. The number 2, actually, 11 turns into 2. So this definitely is something to release so that if it is to resurrect, it will happen. But it is also surrender to change. To release is to surrender. Surrender anything of toxic energies, something that's going on in your life that is toxic right now. These 2 lovers could have been very toxic to each other. I don't know. No, you guys know that. Although it says that they're very like-minded, doesn't mean that they should be together. A lot of people think, oh, we have so much in common. We must be together. We must be. No, that sometimes that can ruin it. Because if it's not meant to be, if divine didn't put it together, then it will. So definitely whatever is happening in this relationship, allow things to change, manifest, and grow the way that divine wants them. Go with the flow, guys. Go with the flow. Because whatever is happening, you are good enough. You don't have to change. If somebody wants you to change, then you're in the wrong relationship. If somebody wants you to grow and learn new things, that's okay. But if they want you to literally change your personality, change who you are, change your habits, and grow healthy habits is different than change. So that is definitely something that you really want to think about. So surrendering to change is different. We want to surrender to growth, surrender to bettering ourselves to a healthier, higher self, that kind of a thing. And this is also, too, to say you are good enough where you're at. It's just, where do you want to go? Where do you want to see yourself go? Where does that garden, where does that want to grow? This is something now in your relationships that you might want to think about. Where do you want this relationship to go? If you've been dating somebody for 2, 5, 7 years and you want to get married and they're not married, I'd be checking that out because they probably are just playing the house game and have no plans to get married. It shouldn't take you 2, 5, 7, 9 years to figure out that you want to be married. Okay, you should have figured that out within the first year. So you are good enough where you are at, who you're at. We always take each other, even in counseling, you take people where they're at now, and then you work on that forward, even if you have to go to the past a little bit. All right? Wow. What a reading, guys. Very, very big reading. Definitely really pay attention this week to things that are manifesting. because you have your current energy as the garden. So something's growing, something's coming up. Pay attention to those energies, and that's what the divine is saying. Pay attention to your intuition. It's trying to, something's coming forward to try to keep you distracted. So pay attention to things that are distracting you, taking you off the focus of what you want to do. The word is no, I can't do it right now. No, I'm focusing on something. No, the word no is okay to use once in a while because you're trying to make a commitment to yourself. This is all very forward energy. This is now energy. This is pay attention now because you've got several tens that something's trying to come in. However, if you don't release and surrender the old, the toxic, the ways that weren't working, then you're going to stay bound to whatever is happening right now. Okay, your challenges and your struggles and stuff. And he would love that for you to stay where you're at. He would love that. All right, you guys, this has been your reading. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget new moon reading coming up. Please, please, I really ask you to like, share, and subscribe, especially like, smash those buttons if you've watched this far. And then two, I will be putting the toenail, I was going to say toenail, thumbnail up for the for the new moon reading. And don't forget, I have a lot of videos down here, new videos that I've posted on toxic words that you want to eliminate from your vocabulary, fear, some sexual abuse video series and things like that. So please feel free to watch and share if you feel that any of those may help somebody. That's the whole idea of this channel. All right, I will talk to you next week, and be good, be safe, and also don't forget to walk in absolute truth, which you need here because you got spiritual warfare going on, and love. Take care, guys.